just, I don't know, just not living the life that I should be living, and that's it. So I'm not going back there, you know what I mean? I'm in a great spot now, and that's it. And I've made mistakes, and, you know, I've been man enough to admit them and correct them, and that's what I've done. It is what it is. Everything's a lesson, and some parts of it were enjoyable though, you know. I do love a good scrap. I just gotta stay focused outside the gym, that's it. So I stay close to my roots always. I stay close to how I came up always in my way of thinking. Of course, you've got to.
Yeah, because there's a part of you that could forget it, where you have all this money, you don't know what to do with it, you're buying things whenever you want, fancy clothes, all that stuff. There's a part of you that could forget that. That's understandable.
Yeah.
But you haven't.
No, I made sure that I stay close to my roots, stay close to who I am and who I was, and that's it.
You still like
never forget. Reinvigorated, you know, excited. That's it. The illusion of all the other stuff is amazing for excitement. The excitement is building, right? The fans are very excited. The people are very excited to see this belt, to see me compete. I'm very excited to be back and to be gifting this to the people.
And I'd be remiss if I don't ask for a prediction. That's what you were known for all those years. How do you beat Donald Trump?
I stop him with it. I knock him out.
Early?
Possibly, yes.
You've never been a possibly yes kind of guy.
I mean, you know yourself, right? I'm gonna be. I'm ready for it all. So let's see what happens. John estimates a little bit later. I think it could be very early. It could. He's getting knocked out.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you so much for the time, Conor.
Appreciate
I appreciate it. All the best to you.
Thank you.
We're focused on submission only. Get out there and get after it. Come on, we can't stay still. You gotta submit. We gotta move. Nice, let's pull that. Here we go. Keep that body under control. Good work. Excellent omoplata. There we go. Let's work for that. Nice job with those submissions. You're really improving. Submissions only today. Go out there and tap him out. Perfect. Nice transition. Good submission. That's it. Way to work for the submission. Perfect. That's it. Nice work. That's it. Work for that submission. There's a submission there. Nice submission. Let's see it. You gotta work in that position. You can't just stay still. There we go. Way to work for it. I want to see you on the other side. Keep going. Nice arm triangle. Beautiful work. Nice choke. Good job. That's it. You're doing well. There's nowhere for him to go. Hey, good job. Nice work there. You fight like that, you're gonna dominate.
All right, coming up next, a middleweight title fight between Conor McGregor and George Rush St. Pierre. Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy. He is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold.
As he makes his way towards this cage, he believes this is his time. He believes he is destined to take this title. His preparation for this bout has gone absolutely according to plan. He's in fantastic shape with a great game plan, and he expects to walk out of this cage tonight as the new champion.
So, Joe, we have arrived at our final order of business, the UFC Middleweight Championship fight, as the champ makes his walk to the octagon brimming with confidence. And why not, given the way his last title defense went? We'll see if he can come through with another one here tonight against a challenger and #1 contender many believe right now could be the best guy in the world.
The champion is in focus right now. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this bout has been perfect. Everything ran according to plan. He believes he has a solid game plan, and he's ready to step in here and retain his title.
And now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. GSP is 8 years his senior. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, the referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 34 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, presenting the challenger, George Rush St. Pierre. Now introducing the champions, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 28 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
UFC belt on the line, guys. Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
This is a fight that we have been looking forward to for a long...
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. UFC Middleweight Championship is on the line. Well, what a championship outing it was for him the last time around. A win by knockout, and that really set this division on fire.
Oh! He hurt him! Nice leg kick.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Body kick, look at that.
And that one did some damage. Very nice leg kick there by George St. Pierre. St. Pierre gets caught with that punch.
Oh! outside leg kick. Really, he might have hurt his knee there. Big straight punch. He's teeing off with some vicious shots.
Oh! Enters in on the double leg. Ooh, well-placed kick. They're certainly getting after it early. Big left hook coming, it's blocked. Inside leg kick is there by Conor.
Good shots by the champion. Cleanly executed takedown by George St. Pierre. Oh, big body kick. Oh, what a leg kick.
Left hand lands flush over the top.
Hurt him with that overhand.
Well, he leaned right into that hook shot, Joe, and that is...
Whoa! The champion is in big trouble here. He is in danger of losing his title.
He's got him hurt here.
This is crazy! Oh my goodness!
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Oh! Huge shot there, lands flush.
Nice kick right there. He's doing a really good job of timing these shots. That one hurt.
Another takedown attempt here.
Nice reversal here into half guard. Oh, beautiful right hand by the champion. He's setting up the armbar. He popped out of the armbar. Half guard now. He's softening him up with elbows. Elbow to the body. Posture's up here. Beautiful sweep. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
Elbow from the bottom landed by Conor. 2 minutes now to go in round one.
Back to full guard.
St. Pierre. Nice. He's moved to mission control. Reversal into full mount.
Nice punch there by McGregor.
Excellent movement here on the ground.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by George St. Pierre.
Now into full guard. Big punch from the bottom.
1 minute to go. GSP getting work to the body here on the ground. It was the elbow there. He didn't think that would be the strike coming, and he paid for it.
George St. Pierre looks like he's trying to set up a takedown. Nice leg kick.
Oh!
What a wild exchange! Oh, very nice. Kick to the body. He gets the takedown again. Looks like he's got an armbar here. Wow, that was close. Here's a vicious kick that results in a knockdown. And here we see some really technical offense with submissions. And here it is from a different angle.
Brittany Palmer is in the building doing work as usual.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Round 2 is underway.
This is gonna become one of those things where you're just wondering what's the opponent gonna be able to do to him. Not even whether or not he's gonna win.
Oh!
He's hurt.
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight tonight, but more often than not, it has been... Wow, look at that takedown, man. St. Pierre going for the takedown here. Nothing doing there, Joe. McGregor gets hit by that leg kick. You may want to start checking some of these. Well, he trains out of the renowned Brasilia MMA camp there in the nation's capital. You know how good a camp this is, but they do have a reputation for going a little bit too hard. And to that end, there was speculation on social media that perhaps he had overtrained in advance of this one. Certainly something that bears watching as this fight continues.
Oh! He is rocked right here. He's trying to stay up. Oh, that's some wrestling right there. Oh, he connected with an elbow. Excellent movement on the ground here. Always trying to better his position. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. Beautiful elbow there. That was a hard elbow there by the champion. Nice punch to the body.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by GSP.
Look at the bruising on his torso. Good shot to the body. Conor McGregor with some body shots.
Oh! Well, he continues to find his timing here. A series of strikes, they all land.
Oh! He is hurt here. Body kick, look at that.
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Right back in a full guard.
That kick blocked by GSP. In on a single here.
Beautiful takedown. Attacking the arm here. Turns the hips. He's gonna sit back. He might get it here. Look at this. Any second now he might have to tap. That arm bar is very, very deep. Oh my God! A beautiful job in setting up this arm bar. Excellent technique.
Yeah, that is an outstanding submission win turned in by that fighter here tonight. And not just the finishing instincts, but just the transitions and how patient he was to make sure that he had not just isolated the arm, but secured it before he tried to torque it. Near perfection in terms of the execution of that armbar.
And here it is again, absolutely perfectly executed. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
All right, so there's the man they're all chasing at 185 pounds, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, and the celebration is on after the big submission win here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 51 seconds of round number 2. For the winner by submission, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion, and with style points tonight. How about the best 185-pounder in the world submitting the #1 contender here tonight? And I'm not sure I've seen him celebrate a win quite to the extent to which he is right now, embracing his coaches. They might even bring the family in here at one point in time. This is a huge win for the man who entered as the undisputed best and leaves that way too. between Conor McGregor and Michael Bisping. So here's the former UFC middleweight champion, Michael Bisping. Unbelievable career for Michael the Count Bisping. Not a lot of people thought he would eventually realize a UFC championship. That's what he did in 2016. Few men have won more UFC fights in the history of the promotion than the 38-year-old Michael Bisping.
As he steps towards this cage, he understands this is one of the biggest moments in his life, the biggest moment in his career. He is looking to take this title, and he believes his time is now. His preparation has gone perfectly. He is in outstanding shape. He has a great game plan and a great camp, and he believes that he will emerge the new champion of the world tonight after this fight.
So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's got to have.
The champion is in focus. He is in his prime. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this camp has been absolutely spectacular. He believes he has a solid game plan, and his mentality coming into this fight is clear and focused.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Bisping is 9 years the elder. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, BantamWeight. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 53 wins, 18 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Manchester, England, presenting the challenger, Michael the Count Bisping. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, the Conor McGregor!
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners.
I am very fired up for this fight. It's been a long time coming. The fans have been anticipating this for a long time, and it is gonna go down right now.
All right, here we go. UFC Middleweight Championship is on the line. All right, so here he is after a win by submission in his previous championship fight. We'll see what he can produce for an encore. It was an outstanding performance to win the title a few short months ago. Now we'll see what he can do to follow it up. Fans are excited to see this guy compete, as are we. Bisping gets hit with a kick. He appears largely unfazed, but he doesn't want to take too many more of those, Joe. All right, first round is underway, and I don't have to tell the avid fans, you got to watch out for this fighter's powerful overhand punches. He does not discriminate.
Whoa! Oh, look at this! Who saw that coming? He's very wobbly. He's trying to hang on. Oh, big kick to the head.
How about that shin?
Vicious combinations.
Conor McGregor gets stoned by that leg kick. Oh!
Can he hang on? Oh! What a leg kick!
Oh, big left hook there. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet. Oh, he might be out.
Left hand.
Oh!
Back to his feet again. Amazing. He's definitely hurt. Look at this takedown. And he reverses position. And got full mount. Oh, beautiful, beautiful right hand by the champion. And he turned it around into full guard. And he's softening him up with elbows.
Bisping's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice.
He lands a Superman punch.
Under 3 minutes remain in round one. Oh, huge block. Well, he ate a pretty big head kick there, Joe, and he's got to be careful moving forward, moving into striking range, leaving that head wide open. I know his corner looks frustrated. And just like that, the fight is over. That's it.
Man! Huge right hand victory.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, Joe, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming, so a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages.
Great angle here. Oh, man. KO.
And there is the undisputed king of the 185-pounders, the UFC middleweight champion of the world. And how about the knockout to get the job done tonight? The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Referee Dan Miliano's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 21 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. The notorious Conor McGregor!
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot of people backing the #1 contender coming in here tonight, but he certainly muted all of that noise and then some. The celebration is on in the corner. Congratulations to the reigning, defending, still undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. A middleweight championship fight between Conor McGregor and Luke Rockhold. So here's a guy who has essentially beat every top middleweight of his era. The former UFC and Strikeforce middleweight champion Luke Rockhold. Talented southpaw training out of the American Kickboxing Academy. A guy who beat Chris Weidman at one point to realize the UFC middleweight title. and a guy who many believe will be belted once again before his career is said and done.
As he makes his way towards this cage, he believes this is his time. He believes he is destined to take this title. His preparation for this bout has gone absolutely according to plan. He's in fantastic shape with a great game plan, and he expects to walk out of this cage tonight as the new champion.
So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's got to have.
The champion headed to the cage right now is in the groove. He is in his prime right now. His training for this bout has been perfect. He believes he has a solid game plan and he's ready to step in here and retain his title. He is well prepared for this contest.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Rockhold is 4 years the elder. He will have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Lavigne. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the O2 Arena in London, England. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 50 wins, 16 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Santa Cruz, California. Presenting the challenger, Luke Rockhold. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 30 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back.
This has been one of the most highly anticipated matchups for a long time. And ladies and gentlemen, strap yourself.
You ready? You ready?
All right, here we go. The wait is over. The UFC's 185-pound title is up for grabs right here, right now. So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC champion, and what a fight it was for him his last time out, winning the belt by vicious knockout. We're expecting massive pay-per-view buys here tonight because when you turn in a result like that in a championship setting, your fan base grows exponentially. You've seen his Twitter followers soar. Now he'll try to follow up that effort with another knockout in this title fight here tonight. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Conor. Rockhold gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
The kick gets through.
Well, the body was wide open. His opponent took advantage. Kick to the body, lands flush. He's going to have to make some adjustments here moving forward. Oh, slips and then rips. Beautifully done. He slips the punch nicely there.
Oh, and he ate a front kick. Eats a nice right hand.
Head off the center line.
The kick
slips
lands.
the punch.
He's stunned.
Big body shot.
Body.
He's got him hurt here.
He is going after it here. Hard left hand.
Rockhold's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful right hand by the champion.
Landed that one. How about that shin?
Conor McGregor with a vicious leg kick. Another piece of... Oh, huge kick.
He's got him hurt here.
Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming?
Oh, straight right.
Oh, what a leg kick.
Oh.
He's in big, big trouble here. Oh, nice knee. Oh! This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Body kick, look at that. Oh, that one hurt.
Big
Beautiful
body
shot there, too.
He's got him hurt here.
And another one, he's in trouble. These are some bombs he has thrown. Hard straight punch.
Lands a nice one, too.
Oh, big left.
Now they're both throwing with power. Oh! Huge shot there, lands flush.
Conor McGregor is extremely active with his strikes.
Good body work with that hook by Rockhold. Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Damaging strike. Oh!
He's in big trouble.
Knee to the body. Huge elbow there.
Oh, he's going for it here. Nice leg kick.
Man, Joe, he continues to leave that head open. His opponent's got to be salivating at this point in time. That jab has been there all night. You got to get that head off the center line. Going to the body now with that hook. Well placed there by McGregor. In on a single here.
Side kick.
Right on the button. Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful, accurate uppercut that got him the win.
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there, Joe. Landed flush, and I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight.
Let's see it again. Tremendous force, and that's a wrap. Check it out here.
Boom. And there's the UFC middleweight king. Best fighter in the world at 185 pounds. What a knockout he turned in here tonight. We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 51 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, the notorious Conor McGregor!
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot of people backing the #1 contender coming in here tonight, but he certainly muted all of that noise and then some. The celebration is on in the corner. Congratulations to the reigning, defending, still undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Greatness is a feat chased by many, but achieved by few in the UFC. To get there, it takes more than talent and skill. To be great, it also takes heart, determination, the willingness to fight the best, and the ability to beat them.
He's a legend, a big staple in the sport and a pioneer in MMA.
Over the course of his UFC career, this fighter has done that and more, taking the sport to a new level in the process.
He's been a world champion in multiple weight classes. He's made a ton of money, and he's achieved everything he'd ever wanted.
There is no question that he is the greatest of all time.